Hi, welcome to the broadcast. My name is SlothPoth, and guys, today's my girlfriend's birthday. Did you know that? You had to have known that. Happy birthday to my beautiful bad bitch of a girlfriend, Millions Knives. Baby, I love you. Before this video, I was kind of having a hard time with my setup, so yeah, I mouthed something I can't say on YouTube here. But listen, the vibe gets better, I promise. Okay, we have our inspiration photo. This is what I use to make myself want to do things. And listen, we're gonna get right through it. Okay, we get chipper up. All right, I'm gonna put the recipe I used on screen because I put 3 times the amount of water I needed, and I was like, oh god, because I was cooking it and I was like, why it's so runny? I'm like, oh, haha, I did this wrong. So I had the other rest of the recipe like 3, you know? I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we're making candy apple slices today. Yeah, this is actually the 5th time I'm trying to make candy apples in any way, shape, or form. The first time I burnt the pot and it didn't work out. The second time I got it to work. I made the right mixture, got it to work. I put it in the fridge afterwards because I wanted it to harden faster. And I put it in the fridge, I tried to cut into it, and it was like a rock. So I was like, oh, wow, I can't eat this one either. The third time, it worked perfectly fine. Like, I got it, I dipped it in, I put on the thing, it was working a-okay. I got to eat it. I watched Nope, My Family for the second time. It was a great day. It was truly amazing. And then the 4th time I tried it, I tried making specifically apple slices using a recipe off TikTok from a lady who was gatekeeping how she was making it. That time, they melted while I let them out to cool. I think it might have been either that or because my fan was on. Either way, I didn't get to eat them. And this time, it worked. Well, you know it worked because the video came out. If it didn't work, I would have left the internet. But, yeah. Guys, I don't know if you can fathom this or not, but like, it turns out working with syrups is like messy, right? And I was looking at the syrup and I was like, corn syrup is in like a lot of sweet things. So I want to know what it tastes like alone, you know, without like extra flavoring. So I tasted it and watch. Bleh, I did not like that shit at all, bro. That was, it wasn't like bad, but like, you know, it was like I wouldn't like eat spoonfuls of it at a time, you know? Like, I feel like, but for a lot of sugars, you wouldn't eat spoonfuls of it at a time. I also was like very tempted to try it again to be like, oh, maybe it was just bad that time. Maybe it was like lukewarm that maybe I could try it again. I don't know why I would do that, but you know, I was very tempted to just like nom nom nom. Anywho, we're using sky blue because this is the lightest color I had, and I did not want to cover these apples in this clear mucus like texture, liquid solid lol squid kind of thing. Yeah, no, I wasn't doing that. Also, that would have been boring to look at, and I'm not trying to do boring. I'm trying to do knives in more ways than one. But oh my god, guys, who said that? Guys, that's so weird. I found personally that I like to make okay, that is just saying it now, but I found that I like to mix my mixtures together. You know, you can always see it's a little too watery, but like, oh my god, like, okay, I like to mix my mixture like beforehand to just mix well together because like it gets hot quick because it's just straight sugar you're mixing together. So like obviously it's gonna rapid fire, you know. So like, I like mixing it beforehand so I can make sure when I actually am putting it all together on the stove, it won't like go crazy insane. I'll lose track of it, you know? So yeah, it's like that's how I make sure it's putting more control in my hands when working with candy. And now we're going to be pouring in our blue in. You're going to see that this sky blue is a liar because I don't think that's sky blue, but I feel like it might be sky blue. It doesn't look like sky blue right now because it's in food coloring and it's mixed together. I also put a lot in there because I was like, I want it to be like kind of opaque a little bit, but I feel like if I put less in there, it'd be less opaque and I would have gotten the icy blue kind of vibe I wanted. But also, I'm like not a professional, so like I don't know. The closest I've gotten to this is watching people make it in compilations online obsessively while I just stare from the distance. I'm gonna put it on the stove. Oh my god, mysterious dark liquid. I'm just kidding. It's the mixture and it's finished and it's done so we can start dipping. I had these apple slices in the freezer or 4 hours, but it was supposed to be put in there for 2 to 3, so don't be like me. They ended up being a little mushy on the inside because I didn't let them sit in a lemon bath long enough, but oh my god, first dip. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at all the steam coming off of it. And in the like nice little cushy bed. Like so great. It's so great. Now that we're at the split up part, I start gushing about Millions knives. Are you ready for this? Guys, when I tell you I've been thinking about him non-stop, it's non-stop, bro. He's even past the filter of me not liking blonde hair and blue eyes because it looks scary. He is the pale, like, when I tell you this man is white, that's white! But it's like, oh my god, he's so hot. Oh man, it like, I'll be at work and I'm like, dang, I'm tired. I want to go home, man. Like, it'll be like midday too, so I can't even like be like, oh, I hope I got out early. Like, it'll be like middle of my shift, and I'm like, oh man, what can I look forward to? And I open my phone, I look at a picture of Millions knives, and suddenly I'm full of energy. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Imagine that, bro. Close your eyes and imagine that. Imagine that. Me sitting and doing my fucking job with a picture of a white man next to me, giving me energy. That's insane. That's insane. Like, him and Jotaro are my top 2 of making me like giggle and smile when I look at photos of them, and it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah. Yeah. Mind you, these are my thoughts without this is my thoughts with my writer's brain turned off, where I go, oh my god, all the imagery and symbolism in Trigun's so good. Cause the thing is, I can't even feel confident in saying that kind of stuff. Cause when I read through, when I see clips and snippets of Night Owl and how they respond to questions, I'm like, damn, bitch, is any of this purposeful? Am I just reading into nothing? Like, please, God, like, I can't do this into blue thing again. Please free me. Now, I'm gonna be like, I'm really mentally ill. Half of you will be like, yeah, you are. You didn't know that? The other half is gonna be like, not that bad. You know, everyone likes their fictional characters. The moment I get my own space, I'm making more cardboard cutouts of these people so I can have them in my room and to me happy all the time. You know, people paint their walls green to like inspire for dopamine or whatever the fuck. This is gonna be mine. These are my green walls. They are my green walls. Okay, Jotaro and Knives will be on in real life with me. They're my green walls. Now, I find Knives to be an incredibly complex character, and I feel like I like him so much, right? If Knives were to become isekai'd into my world, reverse isekai'd into my world, and I was responsible for him, there's 3 things I'd want, right? 1, I want to figure out how you took in the Bible, because you read that when you were a kid, the entire thing when you were a kid, and the way you talk now, something happened, right? Well, obviously something happened. But B, I want to win a petty argument against him. I want it to be something small that he's like, I know more about it than you do, when in fact I know more. So then I want it to be something about fact. Like, for example, if we were arguing about like, oh, do humans need nitrogen or carbon more? And I'm saying carbon, he's saying nitrogen. I want it to be something like that where I know I'm right so that I can prove him wrong. Because I just feel like it'd be interesting. I want to see his reaction, right? C, I want to take him out to play I want to take him out to go play a bunch of little petty games. And I want to absolutely smoke him in every single one. Every single one. I'm good at bowling, we're going bowling. I'm good at mini golf, we're going mini golfing. I don't care. I just personally think it'd be very interesting to put an eye into situations where someone's actively better than him and it's not his brother. I just personally think it'd be very interesting to put an eye into situations where someone's better than him and something that shouldn't really matter to him, right? Because me being better than him in bowling doesn't mean that he can no longer destroy humanity, right? But it's just that it's the mental of watching me get 5 strikes in a row and not being able to get 1. I want to know what that does to him. I'm so curious. I just feel like it'd be so interesting to see and to watch and to understand. I sound like Dr. Octavius from Across the Into the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry I burped.
That's my husband. Always wants to do better even when he's doing great. If only he knew he was perfect. Most of the time. Well, you know what they say.
I get a little bit of
Perfect.
I have a little bit of a good time. He's like, remember, I find it very funny that I'm making Knives candy apples for his birthday when Trigun, spoilers, when the way he died is essentially fertilizing, either fertilizing or creating a plant, like an apple tree, for the people he and Vash were staying with to use to eat from, to have food come up continuously. So I find it very I guess it's kind of morbid, you know, kind of presenting, hey, here's a symbol of your death, but candied, you know, like sweetened up. Oh my god, the sweet release of death. I mean, this is what I'm giving him for his birthday. Oh my god, baby, aren't you happy? And just like that, we're done with our candy apples. It's all finished, it's all done, it's all nice and cool. Yeah, around here, I'll show you a photo of Knives enjoying his candy apples. Guys, look, isn't he so cute? Know what else is cute? Follow me on all my social media. That's what's adorable, actually, cause and also liking and subscribing. That's real cute too. That's adorable. I don't know why, cause I'm moving out soon, and I really like making videos for you guys, and I would appreciate some support. But you know, thank you. Teehee. Mwah. You ain't gone yet?